Have you ever dreamed something that later came true? What if I told you that a manga artist in Japan may have foreseen one of the most devastating events of our time, 2 decades before it happened? Her name is Ryo Tatsuki. Some call her the Japanese Baba Vanga. Others dismiss her visions as coincidence. But her 1999 comic book, titled The Future as I See It, has resurfaced, and it's sending chills down spines all over the world. Because in it, she predicted a global virus outbreak around 2020, one that would peak in April and shake the world to its core. And that's not even the scary part. She says, it's coming back. Welcome to Hidden Histories. Today, we dive into prophecy, pandemics, and a prediction that may not be over yet. Let's rewind. It's 1999. The world's obsessed with Y2K, millennium parties, and dial-up internet. Meanwhile, a quiet manga artist named Ryo Tatsuki publishes a strange, introspective comic titled, The Future as I See It. In one panel, she writes, around 2020, an unknown virus will appear, reaching its peak in April. Fast forward 21 years. COVID-19 explodes across the globe. By April 2020, most of the world is in lockdown. Coincidence? Maybe. But she didn't stop there. In that same comic, Tatsuki wrote something even more haunting. It will then vanish, but reappear around 10 years later. That puts us in 2030. And if that wasn't enough, her predictions follow what she calls a 15-year cycle. This means that if nothing happens in 2030, then the danger will be shifted forward by another 15 years to 2045. But how could she have known? She claimed to have dreams, prophetic visions, that she would wake from and immediately write down. If you're still wondering whether Japan's Baba Vanga could really be right, let me tell you this. Some of her past predictions have already come true, and what she foresaw next is even more unsettling. She reportedly foresaw the deaths of Princess Diana and Freddie Mercury long before they happened. Now, let's step out of the comic and back into reality. Because what's happening right now? It's starting to look a lot like the beginning of something. H5N1 bird flu is spreading in mammals. Mpox, measles, and Ebola outbreaks are flaring up again in multiple countries. The World Health Organization has already issued high alert warnings. And scientists everywhere are nervously talking about something called Disease X, an unknown pathogen, not yet discovered, but believed to be capable of causing the next global pandemic. Sound familiar? The WHO has even signed an accord to improve global pandemic response, admitting that we failed in key areas during COVID-19, and we might not get lucky twice. Still not convinced? Here's the final twist in Tatsuki's timeline. She predicted a massive tsunami in July 2025. And she wrote this back in 1999. If that actually happens? Well, you might want to start taking her warnings a little more seriously. Now let's be clear, not all of Tatsuki's visions have come true. She herself warned that her prophecies follow cycles and may not occur at fixed times. But when you pair her claims with what science is already warning us about, the line between fiction and future starts to blur. So, is COVID-19 truly behind us? Or is it just the first chapter in a much longer story? In a world already battling multiple disease outbreaks, where scientists are racing against time to prevent the next pandemic, do we really need a comic book to sound the alarm? Maybe not. But it's hard to ignore when that comic already got it right, once. This is Hidden Histories. And if there's one thing we've learned today, it's that sometimes, the future gives us warnings. We just have to be willing to listen. If you found this episode haunting, share it. Because whether prophecy or possibility, 2030 isn't that far away.